Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Yair Radah coming at y'all with a video, man, about what's going on in the world right now, to continue to stay fast in this truth, man. Continue to stay fast and diligent in seeking the Most High God in these last days. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. Yahweh Shah being the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Now, I wanted to get into a couple things as far as what's going on in the world. First of all, you got Esau, man, getting all the so-called great scientists in the world, and they all get ready to develop a research as to why the so-called climate has been changing and why these blood moons keep occurring and occurring more frequently. So they all getting ready to get together just to try to figure out and try to come up with an answer that they satisfied with, to try to figure out why these different things are occurring. But that's because they don't understand, Selaki, that's because they don't understand that the Most High God is doing these things, man. The Most High God is the one that's bringing judgment upon the earth. The Most High God is the one that's putting these blood moons on the earth, man. He's the one that's making it hotter and hotter. They said over the past 30 years, the climate when it comes to the heat has done nothing but increase over the years, right? The Most High God is doing those different things, man, right? So, and hold on, let me get this precept real quick. Bear with me. All right, let me get this real quick because, you know, Esau, man, in the book of 1 Corinthians. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians. Bear with me, Israel. It's wind blowing hard. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians. Selaki. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter. Man, I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 3 and 18. It says, "Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High God. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness." Right? So, and matter of fact, let me finish that. It says, "And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain." So, I mean, at the end of the day, Esau could get all the so-called top scientists in the world, man. At the end of the day, it's going to amount to foolishness and vanity with the Most High, because they're not going to be able to figure out why these different things are going on with science, man. Hey, the scriptures tell you why these different things is going on, man, because we're getting closer and closer to the end each and every single day. Every day that goes past is literally a day that it's literally a day closer to us getting out this captivity, Lord willing, man. Right? Lord willing, brothers and sisters, make it out this thing. Lord willing, I'll make it out this thing, man. Right? But each and every single day is one day that's closer to the Lord's return, man. And the Lord is doing all these things, man. It's simple. Right? You can open up the scriptures and see why these different things are happening, but guess what? They don't do that, man. Why? Because they don't believe, man, and they not gonna believe. But they gonna trust and seek in their own wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Why? Because they believe that they the gods, man. They believe that they're gods, man. Right? Let me get this precept real quick. Selaki, bear with me. It said, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, "They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things." And who speaks more proud things than the so-called white man? Right there, Esau, man. The whole science is built off of nothing but proudness, man. Them literally trying to portray themselves as being gods in this thing, man. They say they the gods. They the one that say it was a damn Big Bang Theory. They said to hell with Genesis chapter 1. Hey, this is how the world was made, man. They say to hell with what the scriptures got to say, man, about how man was formed. They say, man, we came from organisms that lived in the ocean, man. And they say we developed from monkeys, man. They say the Lord didn't take man from the dirt. They say, hey, we came from monkeys, man. That's what they go into, man. Why? Because they try to portray themselves as being the gods, man. They try to, they say that I am. Let me tell you that in the scriptures. Hold on. Real quick. Bear with me. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 47. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am. Selaki. That sayest in thine heart. Bear with me, Israel. This one ain't going. Says that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So that's what Esau thinks, man. That's what the so-called white man goes up. That's how they go about their day, man. They don't feel like that the Lord is not going to bring judgment upon them. They don't feel like that they are going to come down to an end, man. They feel like they're going to dwell forever, man. They feel like they're going to dwell forever. They feel like all these big buildings, man, that you see, man, all these, turn this around, I don't know, all these big buildings, man, that you see, man, all the damn buildings over there, man, they feel like that these different things are not going to come to an end. And that's the proudness of the so-called white man. That's the proudness of Esau, man. That's exactly what they think, man. It said, I'm going to read that again. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. And the so-called white man does nothing but bathe himself in different pleasures, man. And it says, that dwellest carelessly. The so-called white man dwells carelessly in this life, man. They dwell carelessly. They don't have to worry about the day-to-day things that my brothers and sisters got to deal with, man. Right? From the 12 tribes of Israel, man. They don't have to deal with these different things, man. Why? Because this is their kingdom right now. It says, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. That's them portraying themselves as their God, man. And that's going off. It says, I shall not sit as the widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Meaning, look, they don't never feel like that they gonna feel hurt, lost, man. They don't feel like that their kingdom is gonna come to an end, man. But the Lord is slowly showing them, slowly but surely, and really rapidly, honestly, showing them that, hey, the Most High God is the one that, hey, controls all things. You got all hell breaking loose, man. You got, damn, London, they flooded over there in London right now, man. They flooded so bad right now that the hospitals told the people to not come to the hospitals, man. They said, look, if you seeking help, do not come to the hospitals. Stay at home or stay wherever you at, right? So whatever's going on, whatever happened, you damn break your leg or whatever the case may be, hey, you got to deal with it right now, man. That's what they doing right now. You got wildfires coming upon the earth, man, right? The Lord is sending floods, man, right? Just a couple weeks ago, Detroit was flooded, man. Detroit was flooded a couple weeks ago. Damn near flooded a couple nights ago. Okay, so the Lord is bringing judgment upon this place, man. You got uproars. They out protesting and breaking stuff and burning stuff down in Iran right now because they in a shortage of water, right? But the Most High is the one that's bringing all this destruction upon the earth, all this chaos, man. Right? All these things are coming upon the earth. Why? Because the Most High God is bringing it on the earth. All right, let me read verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And that's all this place do, man. Like I tell brothers all the time. Like I tell brothers all the time, man. Just because, look, we throw up the curses after every camp, right? We throw up the curses on the nations. I tell brothers all the time, you think that Esau is not in his temples, man, in these high buildings on the top floors, man? You think they don't have witches and warlocks throwing up curses upon the Israelites, man? You think this thing is one-sided? Nah, they doing the same thing, man. And they working overtime and going hard too, man. So guess what? We got to work overtime and go hard in this thing, man. Right? Reading on. It says, For thou hast trusted in thine wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none besides me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. So when the Lord send these different things, man, hey, ain't no putting it out, man. Ain't no putting it out. Ain't no stop. Like you'd see when they had these different wildfires and different things, they can't even put those things out, man. Right? They can't even put them out. They got to kind of just let it do its thing, man. They can bring all the water hoses, all the fire departments in the whole damn nation, man. Guess what? Hey, that thing gonna keep going. That's why when these different things happen, they kind of just say, look, we kind of just gotta, we gotta let it do its thing, man. Why? Because, hey, the Lord said so, man. And the Lord said it wasn't gonna be able to be turned back. Right? Reading on. Selaki. Kind of says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou, Selaki, if so be thou that has labored from thy youth, Selaki, Israel. Con, it's when it says, if so be thou shalt thou be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that thou, Salakia, save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So the Lord is challenging them, man. The Lord is challenging them right now. And guess what? They're not going to be able to meet that challenge, man. He told them, he said, look, come with your witches and your warlocks. Use your different magic, your different spells that you got, man. Tell your monthly prognosticators, the stargazers, the enchanters. Tell all them, look, hey, use them in the day, man. In the day that I return, tell them to use that stuff, man. Right? And they already tried to once before in times past, man. When what? In Egypt. Right? Moses threw his serpent down, man. Guess what? Hey, he had the warlocks, the witches and the warlocks. Guess what? They threw theirs down and did the same thing, man. So on and so forth. But then the Lord flexed on them, man. How did he flex on them? By creating darkness in the entire land. But the Israelites was able to see, man. They didn't have an answer for that. Right? The destruction of the firstborn. They didn't have an answer for those different things, man. Right? This is verse 14. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a cool to warm it, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall thou be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, and none shall save thee. Right? So, hey, when the destruction of the Lord come upon these heathen, man, hey, they're not going to be able to do nothing about it, man. They're not going to be able to have their witches and warlocks come and conjure something up to be able to fight against the Most High, man. Right? They F-22 Raptors, they missiles, they bombs and all these different things. That's not going to be able to save them. Hey, ain't nothing going to be able to save them in that day. Nothing is going to be able to save them from the destruction that's coming upon this earth. They can't stop nothing about the upwards of the people happening. They can't stop the wildfires. They can't do nothing about the floods, man. Hey, because the Most High wanted to happen. And whatever the Most High wants to happen, that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. All right? Let me get this real quick in the book of Joel. Selaki. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come, man. Right? So the Lord is sending these different signs, man. The Lord is sending these different signs. The Lord, man, we've had so many blood moons, man. It's even hard to keep track at this point, man. It was just a blood moon last night, man. It was just a blood moon last night, man. It's so much that's going on the earth right now. Okay? The sun don't even look like the sun no more, man. If you get up in the morning, man, if you get up in the morning and look at the sun, man, or if you coming from work or going to work and you look at the sun doesn't even shine the same anymore. The sun is like it's like a reddish orange color, man. Like it's like, I tell brothers, it look like it's glowing more than shining, man. Like it's getting dim or something, man. When you get up in the morning and look at it, to the point to where you can literally stare at it. The Most High is doing all these different things, man. All these signs and wonders are signs of the times, man. All these different things are signs of the times, right? Let me get this precept in the book of Luke. Bear with me, Israel. Bear with me. All right, this is the book of Luke. Selaki. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 26. And it reads, it says, and as it was in the days of Noah, shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Selaki. Shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Right? So you don't want to be that person, man. You don't want to be that person that's keep delaying off the Lord, man. I had a brother tell me last week, man, that hey, he tired of waiting, man. He said, I'm tired of waiting. I don't see y'all, Lord. He not coming. And if he is, tell him to hurry up. The brother told me that, man, last week. Right? So you gotta have patience in this thing and wait on the Lord, because the Lord gonna do what he want to do at the end of the day, man. Right? That's Luke 21, that's Luke 21 and 19. And your patience possesses your souls. And that's what we got to do in these last days, man. You got to have patience and continue to endure and have long suffering, man. Right? This is 28. It says, likewise, as it was also in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, and they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in his house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not to return back. Remember Lot's wife. And what is that talking about? What is that going into, man? Whatever you got going on in this world right now, whatever you got going on in this life right now, man, that's folly, vanity, materialistic. Hey, leave that behind, man, and come and serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. 10 times, seek the Lord 10 times more, man. Right? Whatever you got going on, hey, don't continue to put off from day to day and say, you know what, I'm gonna go harder next week. Or I'm gonna go harder tomorrow. Or tomorrow I'm gonna read 10 chapters tomorrow. No, read 10 chapters today, brother. Why you gotta wait, man? Right? Because this place is coming to an end, man. All hell is breaking loose everywhere. Hell, every day, man. Every day, somebody, like right now at this point, the whole world beefing with everybody. Everybody's beefing with everybody at this point, man. And that ain't gonna do nothing but lead to what? World War III, man. Right? Which is coming soon, man. Coming very, very soon. Right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. This is the book of Luke. Selaki. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. Selaki. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 34. And it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so the day come upon you unawares. Right? So you don't want to be drunk with this life, man. Right? You don't want to be steady worried about the things that this life has to offer, man. You don't want to be caught up in the things of this life, because guess what? Hey, that day is gonna come upon you unawares, man. It says, for as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always. So you got to watch in this thing, man. If you don't know what's going on around the world, man, hey, shame on you. Honestly, you should be paying attention to the different things that's going on and that's happening in the world, because all these things are different hints, clues, and the Lord is literally showing you that we living in the last days. He's literally showing you, look, hey, my time is almost here. Be patient and continue to wait, man. Right? And get yourself together too. Right? The signs of the times is really a warning. It's really a warning for brothers to get the brothers and sisters to get themselves together, man, in this thing. Right? Stop being lukewarm and go harder in this thing, man. Because it ain't gonna be too much more time. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. Right? So Israel, continue to endure, continue to take that step forward, that one step forward, no matter how big or small it is. Hey, each and every day should be a step forward in this thing, man. Each and every day should be a step forward into being mightier and growing in this truth. Right? Making sure you casting off those sins, man. Making sure you're not letting your sins weigh you down. Making sure you're cutting off those old and bad habits. All right? So with that, Kwame Yasha Allah, Shalom.